The Korean Peninsula, a region with a rich history that dates back thousands of years ago, was a unified kingdom for most of its existence. But in the 20th century, things took a drastic turn. In 1910, Japan annexed Korea, turning it into a Japanese colony. This was part of Japan's broader imperial ambitions in Asia. For 35 years, Korea suffered under harsh colonial rule. The Japanese suppressed the Korean culture, imposed their own language, and exploited the country's resources. But despite the oppressive regime, Koreans did not sit idly by. Various resistance movements emerged both within Korea and abroad. Groups like the Korean Provisional Government in Shanghai and Korean independence activists, including figures like Kim Joo and An Chang-ho, tirelessly worked towards liberation. Fast forward to World War II, Japan was part of the Axis powers, fighting against the Allies, which included the United States and the Soviet Union. In 1945, Japan surrendered after the devastating atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. This surrender marked the end of the Japanese control over Korea. With Japan out of the picture, Korea was left in a power vacuum. The Allies, particularly the United States and the Soviet Union, agreed to temporarily divide Korea along the 38th parallel line. The Soviet Union would occupy the north and the US would occupy the south. At first, the division was supposed to be temporary, with plans to eventually reunite the peninsula. However, the Cold War was heating up. The United States and the Soviet Union, two superpowers with opposing ideologies, were locked in a global struggle for influence. The North, under Soviet influence, established a communist regime led by Kim Il-sung. Meanwhile, the South, backed by the United States, formed a capitalist government under Syngman Rhee. Because of these ideological differences, tensions escalated between the two Koreas. That in 1950, North Korea invaded the South, igniting the Korean War. This brutal conflict lasted 3 years and involved major powers including the United States, China, and the Soviet Union. In 1953, an armistice was signed, ceasing the hostilities but not officially ending the war. The Korean Peninsula remained divided along the Demilitarized Zone, or the DMZ, which is close to the original 30th parallel line. And that's how we got the two Koreas. North Korea, officially known as the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, and South Korea, officially known as the Republic of Korea.